Thank you for coming, everyone, to the 60th annual University of Portland Jazz Festival. Let's give it up for our guest artist this year, the amazing Victor Garcia on trumpet. Before we perform our next tune, Victor actually wrote that one, so I'll let him tell you a little bit about it.
Good afternoon, everyone. How y'all doing? I've been really looking forward to this for a long time. Me and Donnie go way back to the land before dinosaurs and Instagram. So I wanted to, first of all, congratulate Donnie. Let's give it up for him. What an amazing job he's doing. I told him yesterday I said that the kids are really lucky to have him, but after playing with them and just spending some time with them, I think the feeling is mutual. I think a lot of beautiful things are happening here. So congratulations to all of you. Amazing job. So that first tune, that was one of my first compositions. You know, trying to find your voice as a jazz musician is an interesting thing because there's so much already out there. Sometimes you kind of compare yourself to, like, I don't know, John Coltrane or something like that. Why would I put something out there with my name on it? What's different? But the beautiful thing about this music is that each and every one of us have a unique take of our perspective of the world, of the music. So I think it's important that we all compose our own music because as great a player as you can all be, at the end of the day, you're going to leave with your music, your compositions, right? It'll last forever. So that was a tune that I wrote kind of with hesitation, but at the time I was teaching my son how to play chess, and it was the first time that he beat me. He put me in a situation, he calls it a fork, but in Germany they call it, right? It's called the Zugzwang. And so I wrote that piece because he gave me the blues, for sure. After that experience, I call that one Zugzwang-a-lang. It's on my very first CD. I did bring some if you want to come say hello afterwards and take one home. But we're going to continue with a beautiful arrangement of Willow Weep for me.
This will feature our first two incredible vocalists this afternoon, Keara, Lowe. Victor Garcia. Uri Endo on trophy.
So when I was about the age of, not much older than these kids up here, I had the great opportunity to present some music, some original music, for the first time. And it was the Made in Chicago series at Millennium Park. Beautiful, if you haven't been there, I highly recommend you go visit. It's a beautiful space, and it seats about 8,000 people. And it routinely, it's free, so people from all over the world come to check this out. And I was nervous as all heck, especially because they had some special guests be our guests with the big band that I had written for. One of them was Brian Lynch, who was a longtime hero of mine. And he ended up bringing this arrangement, and after the rehearsal, I was sweating probably 10 times more than I am now. It's just the way I do things around here. But he was, he gave me a lot of words of encouragement. He said that I did a great job, and he said that, I can totally play his music anytime I wanted to, and what better time and place than with these wonderfully talented musicians. So this is Brian Lynch's Guajra Dubois.
Garcia on trumpet. Piano. Alfonso saxophone. And about half a band on percussion. Jess on trombone. Ronell on tenor saxophone. I'm sure they'll tell me if I forget anyone else. We're going to feature Victor now on a ballad by the great tenor saxophonist Golson, written for his friend, the great trumpet player Clifford Brown, who passed away at the young age of 25. But this is a classic jazz ballad, often played by trumpet players, called I Remember Clifford. time so far today? So let me ask you a question. I know many of you are in middle school. Is anyone considering majoring in music or something? Thinking about it? Something like that? Now, put your hand up if, whether you major in music or not, you want to keep it a part of your lives moving forward. That's what we want to see. And in fact, I'd like to invite everybody on stage who is not a music major to raise their hands. How about that? It is possible to keep this going, whether or not you want to make a career out of it someday. So we're glad you're all here. And after this, at 1:30, or maybe we'll go minutes, Victor Garcia is going to give a master class if you're more interested in learning a little bit more about improvisation and whatever else he feels like talking about today. So please stick around. We have 2 more songs for you. The next one is a samba called Chega e Saudade by the great Brazilian composer Jobim. And it's going to feature, in addition to Victor Garcia, our other outstanding vocalist, Sara. Garcia on flugelhorn. This is our last tune of the afternoon. We're going to be playing a tune by a great trumpet player, Gillespie. This is called A Night in Tunisia. We're going to feature another great trumpet player, Garcia. Before we get here, I would first of all like to thank Victor so much for coming out and joining us from Chicago. We've got a very limited supply of CDs for sale out there, so make sure he sells out so he doesn't have to check a bag on the way back to Chicago. Okay? I would also like to thank our clinicians today, Jessica Smith and Joe Manis, who are sitting right behind I would like to thank you all, especially the students and the directors, for coming out. I know it's hard to get away on a weekday like this, but we're really grateful for joining us. So give yourselves a round of applause. Also, if you're a student and you got the sticker that we have out on the table, the 2026 Jazz Festival sticker, please get one. That sticker and the logo for it was designed by an alum of this band who I think is here today somewhere, although I didn't see her. She's here. Is Tina here? Tina's not here, but Tina Pham, an alum of this band who's a nursing student here at UP, is not even in the band, but she still decided to design a logo for us this year. So let's give it up for Tina. All of the student workers, which are all of the students on stage here today, and others scattered about, but they really make this festival happen. And good afternoon, Victor, so thank you very much. I'll let Victor say a few words, and then we'll play Night in Tunisia.
Check. Oh, there you go. Sounds like my conscience. If only I had listened. Just kidding. Just wanted to say that the older I get, I look down upon a lot of jazz musicians today and wonder if the music is in the right hands. And I can say with a lot of confidence today that it certainly is. So one more time for this wonderful video. Extremely lucky and blessed to be doing what I'm doing, and I consider myself but a chain in the link, or a link in the chain. And I'm really proud to be that, and I encourage all of you to fulfill your dreams, musical or otherwise, but always remember these moments. There's nothing like it. So it's an honor to be here, and we're going to leave you with Night in Tunisia. Oh, and if you're free, please come by tonight. We're going to be having a jam session. 7 to 9 in the Pilot House. So come on by, bring your acts, and let's have a great time.
Thank you so much, everyone, for coming. That is it for this portion of the afternoon. But coming up in just a few minutes, Victor will be doing a master class. Who here is interested in learning a little bit about what he's been doing, what he does, how he plays, how he improvises? Well, stick around. He might share some of his wisdom with you, and they don't know it yet, but I'd like the rhythm section to stick around. I didn't tell them this, but they're going to be joining Victor as part of this master class. So stick around. Thank you so much for coming. Enjoy the rest of the day. And bands, if I don't see you before you leave, grab some stickers and have a safe trip home. Thank you so much for coming. Directors, you all have a packet waiting for you after your performance on the front table, so please don't forget it on your way out. It's got your soloist awards and notes from your clinicians and all that stuff, so grab your packets on the way out. Thank you.